So today we're going to learn how to create a retro poster with an astronaut child instead of Adobe Illustrator. The big thing about this one is that you're going to use the clipping mask a lot and then also the warp effect. We're going to start with part 1, which is set up the grid, and then in this part of the tutorial we're going to go all the way through part 3. Okay, so to set it up, you're going to open up Adobe Illustrator and then make sure that your units are set to pixels. I do a 600 by 800, so it means it's this way. One artboard, you want to have the RGB color and then set to 72 ppi and then hit create. That's part 1. Part 2, we're going to create this face, okay? So I used originally the 138 by 138. They do not use exact measurements on this one, so it's kind of up to you on how big or small you want your head to be. But that being said, I'm going to come over here to the ellipses tool, and it automatically gives us white and black. We don't need the stroke. So I'm going to click on that and get rid of it. Now I have a white circle, and this is the color we're going to use. So I'm going to Control C to copy it and click over here and be able to paste it out. Okay. And then we want a smaller, darker ellipses. I use it 100 by 100. I would actually maybe not use a complete circle for this one. If you see here, it's a little bit more of a ovalish shape, just slightly. But I'm going to draw that one out. And then grab the color on it. Okay. Line it up here. I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger. I can use my arrow tools to kind of line it up too. But I'm going to click on this one and then go to Object, Path, Offset Path, and I'm going to set it to -8 pixels. That's fine, that's fine. And then there we go. So that actually created another ellipses for us. And we're going to change the fill color, copy, and paste. Now we have our 3 ellipses to create this face. Looks like a weird eyeball right now, but that'll change. Okay, put that over here. And I may even just make it a little bit bigger. There we go. And use my arrow tool to kind of line that up. Excuse me. Okay, so then for step 2, we're going to create some bangs. So I'm going to take my rectangle tool and create that. And I'm going to grab the color. And then with it selected, I'm going to go to Effect, Warp, Arch, and then it's going to be set to -30. I'm going to click OK. And we want this, it's going to end up going where you can kind of see a little bit there. I'm going to make it smaller so that it fits. Okay, so that's kind of what we want it to look like first. And I'm going to click on that face ellipses we created, copy, paste, and I'm going to create a stroke for it just so we could see it. I'm going to pick red so you can see it and put it up here. And then I'm going to hold down my shift key and click on our bangs. and then do right click, make clipping mask, and then now we have bangs. Okay, so it's our first clipping mask. For our eyes, if we want to make sure that it stays completely circular, we can hold on our shift key and create our eye. Let's see. Go and copy that for the color. It's a little big, so I can size it down. And then I'm going to copy and paste, and I'm going to make this one even a little bit smaller. I'm going to hold down my shift key to make sure it stays, because of how the direction is going to be for the face. We're kind of trying to make it look like it's seeing off somewhere. So that's why that one's a little bit smaller. See, it's supposed to have a gaze. Okay. And then for our cheeks, I'm going to do that ellipse tool again and grab the color we need. There we go. Excuse me, sorry. Okay. I'm going to drag that over here, make it a lot smaller. There we go. And I'm going to copy and paste that one, make this one smaller too, just like I did with the eye. Helps with that gaze that we're trying to create. Okay. Even smaller. There we go. Okay, so now step 5 to be able to create this mouth. I'm going to get the color I need. Going to go ahead and copy that. We're going to create 2 ellipses. One. So on this one, you actually want to make sure that you do the vertical one first. So I did that backwards. There we go. So I'm going to change the color. And then do like that. Okay. So it looks kind of like a little flying saucer. You don't need this one that has a stroke around it just to show you what it looks like, but this is what it should look like. Just like that, see? Okay, and so then I'm going to hold on my shift key and select both. And then come over here to Pathfinder and click over here to this minus front. And then that's going to create our mouth. And size that down so that it fits our little face. And there we go. Okay, and I can zoom in. Let's see. Here just a little bit if I want to play around and make sure I got the sizing the way I want on everything. There we go. Okay, so that is our little face. And then we're heading down to step 6 to finish out our helmet. Okay. And so we're going to get this color, copy that in. And let's see here. You want it to line up so that it's not completely on the big circle of the helmet, so that it kind of creates a little bit of dimension there. On that left side, there we go. And then for the little red dot, I'm going to copy our color. And then paste that in. Okay. So that's going to be the outer ear. And then to do the inner ear, I'm going to copy and paste the first ellipses, and then I'm going to right click, go over here to arrange and do send it back. Still want to be able to see it a little bit, but it should be back behind. And I'm going to do the same thing with our little red orange dot. Little ellipses there. I'm going to copy and paste, do arrange, send it back, and then get it set up. So that is 1 and 2. And so then the next one, we're going to head into part 3. So that'll be on the next